Have your legs ever felt like they just gave up on you? You go to rise from your favorite chair, but your knees hesitate. You start your morning walk, but your calves tighten up too soon. You're not alone, and here's the hardest part. You might be eating foods that do nothing to support the very muscles you rely on to stay independent. For years, you've been told to eat healthy. But what if some of the right foods have been hiding in plain sight? What if there are 7 overlooked foods that could help protect your balance, reduce those daily aches, and rebuild your leg strength starting today? Because your legs aren't just muscles. They're your freedom. We're going to reveal exactly which foods help preserve it, and a few that might be silently working against you. If you've felt any of that lately, tired legs, slower steps, or a quiet fear that your strength is fading, then this video is truly for you. Take a moment and click that red subscribe button so we can walk this journey together. And in the comments, let me know type 1 if this sounds like your story, or 0 if it doesn't. Your experience matters, and it just might help someone else too. Let's start with something simple, familiar, and surprisingly powerful. Eggs. You might already have a carton sitting in your refrigerator right now. And for good reason. Eggs have long been seen as a convenient and affordable source of nutrition. But what many seniors don't realize is that this little oval food is a complete, muscle-building package especially for your legs. Inside each egg are all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to maintain muscle mass. These aren't just proteins, they're muscle fuel. After the age of 60, your body loses muscle faster than it can rebuild, a condition known as sarcopenia. But eggs help you fight back. According to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults who consumed higher amounts of high-quality protein, like eggs, had significantly better leg function and mobility than those who didn't. And let's not forget vitamin D and B12, both found in the yolk. These nutrients support nerve communication and muscle contraction. If you've ever felt like your legs didn't respond the way they should like, your knee didn't lift high enough, or your foot lagged behind it, could be linked to deficiencies in these very nutrients. Some people fear eggs because of cholesterol myths from decades past. But modern science, including reviews from the Mayo Clinic and Harvard Health, has shown that moderate egg consumption does not harm heart health for most people. And in fact, it may help with muscle preservation as you age. So whether you enjoy them scrambled, soft-boiled, or gently fried in olive oil, eggs are more than breakfast. They're a daily act of muscle defense. But eggs are just the beginning. What about a food that actually reduces the inflammation in your legs while feeding your joints? Let's find out next. Now, picture this: a tender, flaky piece of salmon, lightly seasoned, gently cooked, and melting on your tongue. For many, salmon is a luxury food. But for your legs, it might just be medicine. You see, salmon is far more than delicious. It's packed with omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA2, powerful anti-inflammatory compounds. In simple terms, omega-3 is fire in your joints and muscles. And if you've been waking up with stiff knees, swollen ankles, or aching calves, that fire might be inflammation, according to a study from the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia, and Muscle. Older adults who consumed more omega-3 south experienced greater muscle protein synthesis. That means better muscle repair, less pain, and stronger legs over time. The anti-inflammatory effect also helps with blood flow, so more oxygen and nutrients reach your lower limbs. You might notice this as less heaviness in the legs after a walk or a quicker recovery after gardening. And here's something even more heartening. Salmon is also rich in vitamin D and B vitamins, both essential for energy, nerve health, and muscle coordination. That feeling of tripping over your own feet or hesitating before stepping down from the curb? Often, it's not just balance, It's the silent weakening of the neuromuscular system. Salmon supports that system beautifully. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking, but fresh salmon is expensive. And yes, it can be. But here's a gentle reminder. Frozen wild-caught salmon and even canned salmon can provide the same benefits without hurting your budget. Adding salmon to your routine, even just twice a week, could help reduce leg swelling, support stronger muscles, and give you more energy throughout the day. But what about a food that feels more like a snack, something crunchy, tasty, and surprisingly potent for your joints and bones? The next one might be hiding in your pantry right now. Let's talk about almonds, those humble, crunchy little gems you might snack on between meals. They seem innocent enough, don't they? But for seniors, almonds can be far more than just a midday nibble. In fact, they might be one of the most underrated leg muscle protectors you can eat. Almonds are packed with magnesium, and that's where the magic begins. Magnesium plays a vital role in muscle function, nerve coordination, and blood flow, three things that become harder to maintain as we age. And when magnesium runs low, it shows up in small but frustrating ways. Do your legs cramp at night? Do your calves feel tight after a short walk? These are early signals that your muscles are struggling to perform without proper support. According to the National Institutes of Health, nearly half of all older adults are deficient in magnesium. That's no small matter. Without enough of it, your muscles become prone to spasms, your nerves misfire more often, and your balance and coordination start to wobble. But almonds don't stop at magnesium. They're also a great source of plant-based protein, vitamin E, and healthy fats. Vitamin E acts like a shield for your cells, reducing oxidative stress, a fancy term for the wear and tear that silently weakens muscle fibers over time. And those good fats? They help lubricate joints, reducing that grinding, popping sensation in your knees when you rise from a chair or step into the bathtub. And here's something you'll love. Almonds are portable. You can toss a few in your pocket, keep some in a jar by the television, or sprinkle them over oatmeal or yogurt. Just a small handful a day can help soothe inflammation, improve circulation, and provide your legs with the micronutrients they desperately crave. But what if you're looking for something heartier, something warm, filling, and perfect for breakfast? Our next food has been used by ancient cultures for centuries to maintain strength and stamina, and it still holds its power today. Now, let's move to something warm, comforting, and deeply nourishing: lentils. Whether served in a hearty soup, simmered with vegetables, or gently spiced in a stew, lentils have quietly nourished generations across the globe. And for seniors focused on leg strength, they may just be one of the most important foods you're not eating enough of. At first glance, lentils might not look like much. They're tiny, brown, green, or red. But don't be fooled there. Leg muscle warriors in disguise. Lentils are packed with plant-based protein and iron, two nutrients that directly feed and rebuild skeletal muscle tissue, especially in your legs and hips. After age 60, your muscles become more resistant to growth, and your body doesn't absorb nutrients as efficiently. That's where lentils shine. According to research in the journal Age and Aging, diets rich in plant protein, especially lentils and legumes, were associated with greater leg strength and mobility in older adults. That's right, these tiny beans could help you walk farther, rise easier, and stand steadier. And there's more. Lentils are also an excellent source of iron, which supports the transport of oxygen throughout your body. Without enough iron, your muscles, especially those in your legs, struggle to get the oxygen they need to move. That can leave you feeling tired even after minimal exertion. You might walk across the room and need to pause. You might avoid stairs altogether. But lentils quietly restore that energy, helping blood flow and strength return. They're also rich in folate and potassium, both of which support nerve muscle function and balance. And because lentils are high in fiber, they help stabilize your blood sugar, preventing those spikes and crashes that lead to inflammation and muscle fatigue. The best part? Lentils are easy to prepare, affordable, and deeply satisfying. A single bowl can warm your body, fuel your muscles, and send a message to your legs. We're not done yet. But what about a food that cools inflammation while supporting your bones at the same time? Our next one is creamy, tangy, and often forgotten. Yet, it could hold the key to your balance. Now, let's talk about something cool, creamy, and quietly powerful. Greek yogurt. You might think of yogurt as just a light snack or something to pair with fruit, but Greek yogurt is so much more than that. For seniors, it can be one of the most important morning choices you make, because this humble food does three powerful things at once. It nourishes your muscles, soothes inflammation, and strengthens your bones. Let's start with muscle. Greek yogurt is rich in high-quality protein, particularly casein and whey, two proteins your body absorbs at different speeds. That means when you eat it, you're feeding your muscles both immediately and steadily over time. Research from the British Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who included dairy-based proteins, like Greek yogurt, had better preservation of lower body muscle mass and strength than those who didn't. It matters more than you know, because your leg muscles, especially the quadriceps, hamstrings, and calves, are like scaffolding that holds you upright. Without proper protein, these muscles begin to shrink silently until one day, standing up from the couch or walking across the room feels harder than it should. Now let's talk about the bonus, calcium. Greek yogurt is loaded with it. And when you pair calcium with vitamin D, which is often added to fortified yogurts, you're giving your bones exactly what they need to stay dense and strong. Remember, your muscles and bones are partners. If one weakens, the other follows. So when you eat Greek yogurt, you're supporting that partnership from both sides. And there's one more gift inside every spoonful: probiotics. These friendly bacteria support gut health, which in turn improves nutrient absorption. Because no matter how healthy you eat, if your gut isn't absorbing nutrients properly, your legs don't get the support they need. Some yogurts come filled with added sugar and artificial flavors, but you can skip those. Choose plain Greek yogurt and sweeten it naturally with a few berries, a drizzle of honey, or a sprinkle of cinnamon. Your joints will thank you. Your knees might stop creaking as loudly. Your morning stiffness might start to fade out, and if you're lactose intolerant, don't worry. There are now plant-based Greek-style yogurts with added protein and calcium that offer many of the same benefits. But what if you're craving something more vibrant, refreshing, and rich in antioxidants that specifically protect leg tissues from oxidative stress? And the next one is exactly what you're looking for. Now, let's take a turn towards something vibrant, sweet, and deeply healing: blueberries. They may be small, but don't let their size fool you. Blueberries are tiny muscle protectors, and when it comes to your leg strength, circulation, and recovery, they're one of nature's greatest gifts. You might even say they're like little bodyguards for your knees, your hips, and your calves, Doc. Why? It all comes down to antioxidants. Blueberries are loaded with a powerful type called anthocyanins, natural compounds that reduce oxidative stress and inflammation in your body. As we age, our muscles become more vulnerable to tiny injuries, swelling, and wear and tear. Those little twinges you feel going up the stairs, that aching feeling that lingers after standing too long, that could be inflammation eating away at your muscle fibers. Blueberries fight back. In one study published in Applied Physiology, Nutrition and Metabolism, older adults who consumed blueberry powder daily for just 6 weeks showed improved muscle recovery and reduced stiffness after physical activity. That's right, just a handful of berries a day helped restore strength and reduce soreness But blueberries don't stop there. They also support your vascular health, the system of tiny blood vessels that deliver oxygen and nutrients to your legs. Better blood flow means more power in your stride and less fatigue in your calves. It's the difference between dragging your feet and lifting them with purpose. You can toss blueberries into your oatmeal, mix them into Greek yogurt, blend them into a smoothie, or enjoy them by the handful. Fresh or frozen, they still pack the same punch. And unlike many fruits, blueberries are low in sugar but high in fiber, which helps balance blood sugar and reduce inflammation even further. That means less pressure on your knees, less swelling in your feet, and more freedom to move the way you want. But what if there were a food that not only supports your muscles, but also helps your joints bend more freely, and your skin, tendons, and bones all stay strong at the same time? There is. And it might surprise you. Finally, we arrive at a food that many have forgotten, but one that holds ancient, powerful wisdom. Bone broth. If you've ever sipped warm broth on a cold day and felt it soothe you from the inside out, there's a reason. Bone broth is more than comfort. It's restoration in a cup. And for aging legs, it may be one of the most holistic healing foods you can introduce into your routine. When bones are slowly simmered for hours, sometimes even days, they release an incredible mix of collagen, gelatin, amino acids, and trace minerals. These compounds support not just your muscles, but also your joints, tendons, and connective tissues, all of which begin to wear down as we age. Let's talk about collagen in particular. As you grow older, your body produces less of it naturally. Collagen is the protein that gives your tissues flexibility and strength. Without enough of it, your joints stiffen, your knees crackle, and your hips may start to feel locked or unstable. But by sipping bone broth regularly, you're gently feeding your ligaments and cartilage, helping them remain more supple and supportive. Bone broth also contains glycine and proline, two amino acids that assist in muscle repair and anti-inflammatory response. If you've been struggling with slow healing after a small strain, or feeling that your legs don't recover like they used to, these amino acids help bring that resilience back. And here's a beautiful bonus: bone broth is easy to digest. For seniors with slower digestion, or those on medications that impact nutrient absorption, this is huge. You're giving your body bioavailable nutrition, which simply means your body can use it immediately without straining. You can sip bone broth on its own, use it as a base for soups and stews, or even stir it into your rice or lentils. It's soothing, hydrating, and full of the kind of support your legs have been quietly asking for. 7 foods, each one small, each one powerful, each one with the ability to nourish, strengthen, and restore what time and inflammation have tried to take from you. Now that we've explored the foods that work for your legs, let's talk about how to build an entire healing routine around them. Now that you've discovered these 7 powerhouse foods, maybe you're thinking, okay, but how do I actually make this work in real life? You're not alone. Changing how you eat, especially when habits have been built over a lifetime, can feel overwhelming at first. But here's the truth. You don't have to overhaul everything. You just need to start with one step. And the easiest way to begin is by building a simple healing morning routine, one that feeds your legs, supports your joints, and gently fights back against muscle loss. Start with breakfast. Instead of reaching for sugary cereals or white bread, try this: a small bowl of steel-cut oats, topped with blueberries, a few chopped almonds, and a spoonful of Greek yogurt on the side. This single meal delivers protein, fiber, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory nutrients, all in a form your body can use right now to preserve legs. The 7 foods we explored today aren't just groceries, they're tools, allies, quiet protectors of your legs, your balance, and your independence. Don't let another morning pass without giving your body the strength it deserves. If you learned something new today, type it in the comments. Let someone else benefit from your wisdom. And if this video helped you, even just a little, please click like and subscribe for more honest, caring health guidance made just for you. Because your legs don't just carry your body, they carry your freedom. Let's protect them together.